Welcome back, everybody, to the New Orleans Saints franchise. Here on Madden 24, we've got ourselves a really good matchup here on this Thursday night game. We got our Saints taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're 4-2 and they're 5-1. This might just be the best game on our schedule, and it's our toughest AFC opponent we're set to face. We're coming off a couple victories, and I feel like the offense has gotten into a really good groove. After some shaky games, we're now getting the good Derek Carr, and he's coming off his best game where he had 3 touchdown passes and over 300 yards. That has led to a surprising breakout quarterback scenario where we're going to see if he can do it again against a top opponent from the AFC. We're doing our best to scheme up Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara as much as possible, and I think we're doing a fine job of playing to Derek Carr's strengths. One of the big keys for us has been the usage of Alvin Kamara. In the 3 games he's played, he's averaged over 4 yards a carry, has a rushing touchdown in all 3 games, and his usage as a receiver has only increased. That is really what set him apart from many other running backs throughout his career. And it gives defenses a lot of problems. Here's last week, Houston playing a basic cover 3 where they're giving up the flats underneath, and that's where Kamara can do a little damage and get really good yardage on this second down play. Here's a play where we beat the blitz and he's another outlet option getting the first down. And then when you have play action, yes, he is good there as a check down option, but most of the time I want him in the pattern. He can beat defenders one-on-one, and also if they're not going to cover the flats aggressively, then we have safer throws that can lead to good gains for the offense. We got some upgrading here for some young defensive players. Paulson Adebo lines up opposite Marshawn Lattimore, and I'm getting Alontae Taylor involved a bit more often in the slot. I didn't have Tyrann Mathieu play there last week because I didn't want to have 2 safeties that were backups playing at the same time. Brian Bresee leads us in sacks, and he also gets an upgrade this week. And we're going to see how this defense stacks up against the Jacksonville offense. They come in ranking really well, 10th in scoring, 4th running the football, and they have a good scoring defense. We've won a couple games in a row, but they've won 4, a couple convincingly, and their defense is on a really good stretch. In 3 of these games, their opponents haven't even cracked 20 points. They've just got a lot of good playmakers. Travis Etienne out of the backfield, Evan Ingram really figured things out last year, then Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk. That's a lot for Trevor Lawrence to work with. It's no wonder he's having such a great start to the year. The Jags are 5-1. We're trying to get to 5 wins ourselves. We're at home, and this is one of those games where you really get to see what a team is made of. Welcome to the Superdome. We are underway, and we're getting the ball first. From the 2, it's Rashid Shaheed, and he won't make it to the 20. Good play on the kickoff. And that'll bring out Derek Carr. 8 touchdowns now on the year and 7 interceptions. Last week was his first without a pick all year. He's got 2 receivers on the field, 2 tight ends, and looks to throw on first down. And wide open. It's caught by Juwan Johnson, close to a first down. And Johnson is shaken up. He's going to come out of the game after just 1 play. Foster Moreau replaces him. Taysom Hill now in the game as Kamara gets his first carry. Dashing inside, a good pickup, 11 yards. A bunch on the left side on first down. Carr's got time, now extending the play. He heaves it for Olave. Makes the catch, and he's down inside the 30 with another big gain. He is the NFL's leading receiver because of plays like that. Alrighty, some bad news. Juwan Johnson won't be returning to this one as Carr faces pressure. Lost the football. Josh Allen's on it, and the Jaguars turn us over. Ball's got to come out a bit quicker, but the ball does get punched out of his hands. Great job by Trayvon Walker, and that's going to bring out Trevor Lawrence and this Jaguar offense. Lawrence has 14 touchdown passes and just the one interception. And our defense comes in. They've only collected one interception. It was on the final play for the Texans last week. 1st and 10, starting with a run. Nowhere to go for Travis Etienne. It's Demario Davis. Evan Ingram on the end of the line of scrimmage. A 3 tight end look for the Jaguars. Lawrence fires outside, and it's incomplete. Ugo Amadi on the coverage. It'll bring up 3rd down. Secondary backs off, playing 10 yards off the receivers. And the screen pass couldn't get set up as Lawrence takes a hit from Nathan Shepard. And the Jags go 3 and out. Second drive gets underway here at the 23. A fake to Kamara. Carr finds him across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 9. More 2 tight end out of this Saints offense. 2nd and short. And that's Michael Thomas on the catch. He gets a 1st down. Now he looks to be a little shaken up. So Juwan Johnson left after his first catch. Now Thomas is coming out of the game. So A.T. Perry, Foster Moreau, they are in. Kamara's dragged down after a 4-yard pickup. Perry, the 6th-round rookie, he's wide to the right on 2nd and 6. Time to throw. Caught by Olave. In Jaguar territory, setting them up for the 2nd straight drive. Again with this 2 tight end look, Kamara running, has a lane, inside the 15, brought down at the 8, goal to go, New Orleans. And they continue to run the football with authority. In the game is Jamal Williams, pushing the pile. That was one of his best runs of the year. Kamara's back in after catching his breath. Carr, time, off the mark, way too low for Foster Moreau. Gotta give him a chance there. That was open. A 3rd and goal for Carr, facing pressure. He got decked, and it's incomplete. That's Josh Allen applying pressure, and the Jaguars will get off the field. The field goal gives us the first points of the night. 3-0 as Lawrence slings it, and the good hands of Calvin Ridley have a gain of 11. Ball at the 44. Lawrence to the middle now and cut by Evan Ingram, and that'll be an interesting matchup. Whoever he gets matched up with, he's a tough guy to cover. Pressure on Lawrence now. Brissy bearing down, forces the throwaway. I'd say Brian Brissy's been our best pass rusher this season. 2nd down, Brissy there again, but Zay Jones has it, still going inside the 30. And the Jaguars get a big conversion on a tough play. 20 yards on that one from Zay Jones. Fake to Etienne, and wide open is Ridley, picking up a block as he's down to the goal line and marked short. Great setup here. Lawrence saw this opening up. Ridley on the comeback, then a block from Evan Ingram. I thought Ridley was in. Mark short, no challenge. They're 6 inches out and toss it to Etienne, capping off the drive. Jaguars take the lead. And that impressive play to Zay Jones really set things up. 7-3 here in the first quarter. Play action for Derek Carr, getting him on the move, connecting with Olave. 22 more. That's why he averages nearly 20 yards a reception. Handoff going to Kamara, and a pretty good run of 5. He's already at 45 on the ground. 3rd down now. Carr's got time, stepping up and throwing incomplete. It was Walker who got there that time. Jaguars will get it back. They'll punt this from the 47. It's let go, and it bounces into the end zone. A touchback. Etienne got the touchdown. He had a big week last time out, 115 in their win against the Colts. That is off the hands of Ridley and incomplete. Getting matched up with Paulson Adebo on 2nd down. A tough grab by Ingram and a first down. Now they're going empty for Lawrence. He's out of the shotgun, and he runs it right into Demario Davis, and that's a loss. Third down now for the Jaguars. They put Christian Kirk on the right side. Lawrence is off the mark for Calvin Ridley. That's a pretty good matchup out there right now with him and Adebo. We're still in this first quarter as the Saints take over. It's a fake to Kamara. Pressure's there as it's launched and knocked away from Michael Thomas. Good to see him back in the game, though. Perry still getting some snaps. He's the third receiver as pressure forces an errant throw. Fourth down here for the Saints. They've done a really good job creating pressure, and we've seen it from both edges, along with Folorunso Fatukasi. Jaguars defense getting into a groove. Now the handoff for Etienne, and a short gain. Jaguars doing most of their damage through the air. Third down, a handoff, and Etienne is not going to get there. Marcus May brings him down, and it's fourth down Jaguars. Defense is settling in. Ball at the 30, Saints facing a blitz, and it's Olave up the seam. Who else would it be? Saints take it to midfield. Spreading out the defense. Here's a sweep, and Kamara with a good second effort there following James Hurst. He gains 5 yards. Now they go back under center. Off the fake. Carr downtown for Thomas. He can't make the catch. Extended for it. And that one was really close. Showing pressure, but only sending 4. On third down, it's way behind A.T. Perry. And that brings up a 4th and 5. They've punted from the 47 and now the 45. Not going for it here. And the punt from Headley again bounces into the end zone. Another touchback. So the offense for New Orleans running a bit cold at the moment. Etienne shrugs off the first man, but still gets caught behind the line of scrimmage. A one-dimensional start here for the Jaguars. It's 2nd and 12. Outside, and Jones breaks a tackle. First down. And that's a concern there I have with Alontae Taylor as the slot. He's not a good tackler. Second down for Lawrence, and again through the hands of Ridley. He's dropped a couple. Saints trying to get off the field. Jaguars need the 42. On the screen, Etienne makes an impact and moves the sticks. Out to the 44, it's first down, and Lawrence will heave it, and this time Ridley holds on. He's caught some of the tougher ones thrown his way, and he's up to 3 grabs, 60 yards. Jaguars into long-distance field goal range, and a shot now, caught by Zay Jones, taken off to the end zone, touchdown. What an unbelievable play from the Jaguars. Lawrence running away from Brian Bresee, throws a perfect ball on the move. Jones getting just behind Marshawn Lattimore, who failed to knock it down. Jaguars extend their lead on one of the highlight plays of the year. Down 11. Handoff, Kamara has a lane and follows Taysom Hill across the 40-yard line. They've really done a good job of starting their drives. It's just been about, once they get to midfield, what's next? Good run for Kendre Miller. And now Eric McCoy, the center, looks to be shaken up. Injuries here affecting the Saints on a short week. So now a backup center, backup tight end. Caught by Taysom Hill, and the ball gets punched out and recovered by the Jaguars. That is just really unfortunate. A simple underneath play. Hill gets a solid first down gain, but that ball is knocked out and the Jaguars get it back. Lawrence, nice catch by Evan Ingram. Up to the 37 of New Orleans. 2 deep safeties for the Saints. This is a 3rd down and 6, and it's out quick for Christian Kirk, who's been quiet, but makes the 1st down grab. 2 minutes to play now in the first half. Jags trying to build their lead. Caught by Ridley, now on the other side of the field, and Lawrence crosses 200 yards passing. 16 yards away, Lawrence fires across the middle, and Kirk was unable to hold on. Tyrann Mathieu that time on the coverage. Now they're clogging the A-gap, back off on 3rd down, and Lawrence has Jones. Caught at the 1-yard line. The Saints will use a timeout as they look to respond to what happens next, which happens to be another Jaguar touchdown. Evan Ingram. And the Jags take a strong 21-3 advantage. They've capitalized in plus territory, whereas the Saints have not. They've turned the ball over twice in plus territory. Here's Thomas on the run, getting out of bounds. They'll see what they can do now ahead of halftime. Cannot waste this possession. Carr on 2nd down, across the middle with a diving grab from Thomas. Derek Carr, 162 yards passing. Saints have 1 timeout remaining as we dive under 60 seconds. Perry now with the crossing pattern going out of bounds. Olave is singled up on the left side on 2nd down. He's hit from behind, and Carr couldn't get the shot play off to Olave. And that brings up 3rd down. They're setting up a screen. Big block on the outside. Springing Kamara to the 38-yard line. Again, no issues moving the football to get into Jag territory. Carr knocked down. He wanted Thomas. Nice job swatting that pass away. Still 41 seconds on the clock. Carr protected. Now fires downfield for Olave, but too far. Incomplete. They still got a timeout. Have to get to about the 28. Carr across the middle. Picked off by Andre Cisco. He overthrew Foster Moreau, and they've turned it over 3 times in Jag territory. He's got a chance, but not with that pass. That's just way too many self-inflicted mistakes in this first half, while the Jaguars have made some unbelievable plays. 21-3. Saints got a lot of work to do. We got a division battle this week I have my eyes on. Falcons and Buccaneers. Falcons right now playing some pretty good football. But Trevor Lawrence had an outstanding first half, and he's put himself into the MVP conversation coming into tonight, strengthening his case with a good primetime first half. Usually it's the Jaguars having to put together a big second half, but now they start strong. And we'll see if the Saints have an answer. They're going to have to play some good defense here to help them get back in the game. 3rd down and going empty. Lawrence facing the blitz, throws it off the mark. Good to start with a 3 and out. But we can't afford to turn the football over anymore, and we got to start finishing some drives. 21-3, Kamara up the gut, 1st down. And with how well they're running it here, you can't give up on it. You've still got time. You go get points on this drive. You can start to claw your way back. Kamara, another good effort. 5 more. He's up to 81. On 2nd down, a 3rd straight run. Kamara gets a 1st down. You know, everybody's discounting the impact of running backs. I think we have a pretty impactful one on this team. Foster Moreau can't hold on. Wouldn't have been for much anyway. But certainly it hurts not having Jawan Johnson. Dumped off now. Kamara's been busy on this drive. It's 3rd down. This has been the trouble area of the field for New Orleans. Blitz picked up. Carr downfield. Overthrown for Thomas. I think that might have had him in the fingertips. That was so close. He created downfield separation. And they just miss what could have been a huge play. They're aiming to get points, though. Blake Groupie's out from 53, and the kick is good. 21-6. Jaguars have it at the 24 as they get started. Etienne brought down for a loss by Pete Werner. They're at just 2 yards a carry, forcing Lawrence to the air. On third down, he's got Ingram for enough. First down. 2:31, 2 touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence. We're forcing an MVP candidate to throw. It's working too well. Now Etienne gets it going with his best run into Saint territory. Lawrence making adjustments, directing the offense, and delivering up the seam. Another money throw from Trevor Lawrence with pressure in a tight window at the 26. Lawrence locked in as he finds Ridley close to a first. 4:40 left to go in the third as Lawrence scans away from pressure up top. It's knocked away by Adebo, covering Evan Ingram. Everybody in tight. Need to get inside the 5. Lawrence dodges Brissy, fires for Zay Jones. Touchdown. When he's pressured, Lawrence is finding all the answers. He's easily the best quarterback we've faced this year, and he's having an unreal game. It is 28-6. The pressure really on the offense now as Carr downfield. Olave caught it. These two have a really good connection going. It hasn't been the same for Carr and Thomas. Second down with time. He steps up and gets pinballed down for a short gain. Third down. Pressure coming from the secondary and nearly picked by Trayvon Walker. Should have been picked. It's fourth down, and they're going for it. They already feel the need to. Down 22. It's 4th and 9. Thomas couldn't hold on, and it's incomplete. And he's grabbing his ribs in pain. They just haven't made a close play, it seems, all night. It's been going the Jaguars' way. Good catch there by Ridley. Facing a 3rd and 2. Lawrence, he's got time. Dumps it off to Etienne. They had 4 receivers deep downfield. 1st and 10. A strike, and it's caught by Zay Jones. His great night continues. He's made 6 catches, 100-plus yards, a pair of scores. Blitzing, that doesn't work either. Lawrence is just too locked in right now. He's over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Lofting for Kirk, he makes it 4. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a night for Trevor Lawrence. He just burns Marshawn Lattimore off the line. The wheels have fallen off this one. And the backups are coming in for the offense. It's a 29-point game. And they will give some reps now to some of the younger players. You got Kendre Miller. Jameis Winston is the quarterback. Lobbing downfield and hooking up with Rashid Shaheed for a 30-yard connection. They have crossed the 50 again. Miller on the carry. And a tough run as he takes it out to the 37. Winston back to pass. That is caught. Chris Olave still out there making plays. But a frustrating night overall. Off the fake. Winston is sacked. Josh Allen. It is 4th down for the offense. They got to get all the way to the 20. Winston fires, and it's caught. They got it. A.T. Perry. He continues to impress a couple times a game. From the 19, Winston pressured. He gets it out to Miller, and he avoided the sack to get 6 yards. Time to throw. End zone, and caught for the touchdown. Foster Moreau. Finally, we finish a drive. And they are set up to go for 2. Winston will throw it out. A.T. Perry gets a pick and scores. That makes it a 21-point game. 6.5 to go. This is a little full house pistol running. ETN gets the first down and more. He is out to midfield and will take this one a long way for a 72-yard touchdown. Bottled up for most of the night. He explodes for one late facing the second team defense. And that's going to about wrap this one up. Just too much from the Jaguars offense. Saints will have another drive here with Jameis Winston dumped off to Kendre Miller, slipping past Cisco. Another good touch. I think this is still good experience for Miller, and he continues to deserve these touches. I think he's the second best running back on the team this year. Third down for Winston. Climbs the pocket to meet Josh Allen where he is sacked. They'll go for it on a 4th and 10. Winston protected across the middle. Rashid Shaheed can't hold on. And that is going to do it. The Jacksonville Jaguars come in, and they show they are one of the dominant teams this year in the AFC, handing us a 42-14 defeat. Early on, this looked like it would be a really good, strong matchup. And honestly, I do think this is an instance where the scoreboard doesn't really tell the story. Like, they blew us out on the scoreboard, but the way it happened with us turning the ball over in plus territory, them making a number of really spectacular plays, there wasn't a whole lot that went our way, and we didn't execute when we had opportunities. So it's just a really disappointing loss. It's one of those teams you'd love to face again because I think we would play a much closer game and have a chance to beat them. But Trevor Lawrence played unreal in this game. That's going to be hard to win when the quarterback plays that well. From a gameplay standpoint, I thought that played phenomenally well for a game of Madden. And Lawrence just was on the money, his receivers as well. We had a lot of close calls in this game with Michael Thomas, and pretty much every play failed to go our way. But you turn the ball over 3 times in plus territory, that's going to create a big gap there on the scoreboard. So we dropped to 4-3. Trevor Lawrence, the deserving player of the week with that primetime performance. Let's check out some other scores here looking around the NFL. Falcons top the Buccaneers 24-7, and their reward is now first place in the NFC South. Desmond Ridder playing a good game. Bijan goes for 100-plus yards. Kyle Pitts scores twice. Chargers and Chiefs played a close one. The Chiefs find a way to win again, 28-25. This was a pretty evenly played game. Blaine Gabbert actually threw a touchdown in it, and Patrick Mahomes did not. They had a few different players have rushing touchdowns. San Francisco has the best winning percentage out of any team here in the NFC. The Lions and Falcons and the Eagles are 5-2. We're sitting at 4-3. Still in a good spot overall, but a lot of division games still unplayed. Derek Carr, 8 touchdowns, 8 picks now on the year. The overthrow to Foster Moreau was disappointing. Alvin Kamara, he had himself a good game. So did Chris Olave. But we just made far too many mistakes today. Michael Thomas, he's had better games than tonight, that's for sure. Defensively, I still am concerned about our lack of takeaways, and then our pass rush is really inconsistent. We need more outside of Brian Bresee. You know, we're about to hit the trade deadline, and I think in a traditional year with a traditional team, I would be looking to the edge rush market. But you look at our salary situation in the future, our lack of draft picks, I'm not giving up assets to go get anybody this year. This team probably could use a piece or two to fuel their run, but I'm not giving up picks to do it. We already lack picks. If you look at players who are going to be free agents next year, I don't think we really have a lot of trade value here. Cesar Ruiz is a starting guard, and then it's role players pretty much. There aren't a lot of key free agents, unless you want to trade Carl Granderson, but he's somebody that we'd like to be giving us better edge rush boost. But we'll see if I can find a deadline deal that makes sense. I will not be giving up these picks, though, especially the first and second rounders. That's not happening. I think if we're to do anything, it would be in a trade that involves Jamal Williams. But I'm going to look at the financials on that deal and see if that makes sense. But he's one player I think that we could look to move if there's a team that makes sense. But that's going to do it for today, everybody. Saints lose a tough one. I think that if a couple plays go differently, it could have been a much closer game. But you'll get some of these. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel. And the Saints franchise will be back again shortly. Have a great day, everybody.